Hey everybody. So what we're going to do today is talk about this whole curriculum map thing that I have in mind. I've been very cryptic about exactly what you're going to be doing. And that's because I've been trying to figure it out myself. I know what curriculum mapping is. It's clear from the discussions here under connecting the curriculum that you guys have a good handle on what curriculum mapping is, at least from the subject point of view. So if you are the science teacher or you are the English language arts teacher, it's pretty clear that you have a good idea of what curriculum mapping is. So what I want to do though is create a map of the maps. So I want to create a master map that shows how these technology and information literacy standards can be embedded all throughout that existing content area curriculum. So here we go. So over here on Module 2, I had this form and everybody filled that out. Thank you very much. What that did is it gave me this spreadsheet of all of your data, and based on that, your experiences and your preferences, I realized that if we had everybody pick a grade or be assigned a grade, with a few extra folks thrown in doing professional development for different levels, then what we could do is each one of us go through the content standards and see where it would be best to infuse these IT standards. So the ISTE standards, these are the ISTE student standards. And what I've done is I've created a Google spreadsheet, and I'm going to share this with the entire group. And I don't think I have the screen large enough. Let me scoot it up a little bit here. You can see that I have a tab for elementary, middle, and high, and I just color coded it just so you could make sure you're on the right screen, because everybody is going to have access to this. So if you are third grade, LJ, I think that's you. So you're going to take third grade, whatever standards. I know you're a math coach, so math might be the most natural thing for you, but it doesn't have to be math. It can be language arts, it can be science, it can be social studies. And I want you to go through your knowledge of the third grade curriculum and think about ways that it just example activities, suggestions, types of specific skills, specific tools and activities that you can use in all of these different areas. So I don't have any specifics yet in terms of having, I don't expect everybody to have an example lesson or a lesson idea for every single standard, because for one thing, you could probably address multiple standards in a single lesson. But I do want us to start building an idea of, okay, what exactly does applying existing knowledge to generate new ideas, products, or processes, that's going to look very different for Justin in the pre-K than it does for LJ in third grade, and for, if we go over here to middle, for Myra up in middle, and then in the high school, my folks that are doing the high school group. So Amanda and you guys up here in the high school. So that same idea, what does it look like? What types of activities are students doing that shows that they can apply existing knowledge to generate new ideas, products, or processes at all different levels? Now, some of these, it may just be way too much of a leap. Identify trends and forecast possibilities. Well, again, at the pre-K level, I mean, Stella can make predictions about what's going to happen next in the story. And so, what's a technology enhanced way of doing that? What's a tool? And is it even appropriate? Do you know of one? And that's where, if we go back to the resources we've been building this semester in our Think Geek activity, our tech tools and terms, if we go and open up the spreadsheet that's down here, sorry, my scrolls get all messed up, then are any of these tools in particular, are any of these flipped classroom, is that a particular method that would be good for one of these standards? So it's kind of vague. I know it's still kind of vague in my head, but I figured if I could give everybody a specific grade level. And then, so what I'm wanting to see Again, if I'm the one who's been assigned third grade, I'm going to come in here, and what you're going to start doing now is you're going to create Google Docs or links or whatever, and you're going to make the link to, you're going to just paste in the link to whatever resources or examples that are going to go here. So if I do a new document, and this is, oops, third grade ISTE Standard 1A. And so that's Standard 1, Creativity and Innovation, Description, A. And then, you know, links to websites, example lessons that I find online. There are hundreds of lesson databases out there. Use those. I'm not asking you to build lesson plans, create lesson plans. Most of you are teachers already. You have an incredible collection of lesson plans already, your own lesson plans. And so what I want you to do, though, is just map those back to these standards. That's what good curriculum mapping is, taking what you do and mapping it back to the standards. And so put links to stuff, you know, throw everything in your Google Drive and then just make it shareable. And got to title it Third ISTE 1A. All right, so anyone with the link can view, okay? Anyone with the link can view, save. And then, so you copy that link, Control C, copy it. I come over here to our map and I paste that in there. And so we're going to be populating, and what this is going to look like is a big giant jumbled mess of links. But we'll deal with that later. For now, I just want you to start putting your stuff in there, and you're just going to be claiming one row, and it's all going into this one big giant spreadsheet, so that as a school librarian or instructional technology specialist, once you're on the other side of this program and you're out there in the field, then you have this incredible resource of all different kinds of lessons and activities and examples. So if you've got a teacher saying, hey, we really need to develop cultural understanding and global awareness by engaging with learners of other cultures, I really need to work on that, then you've got lots of different lessons at all different levels that have been created and compiled by you and your colleagues here in this class. And then the ISTE teacher standards, that's the last element. So Lindsay, Donna, and Martha, you guys are the ones that I tapped to be my professional development gurus. So you're taking the standards for teachers, and that's the kind of stuff that where I want you to think about professional development that you would offer that would promote these kinds of things. So there you go. That's my thinking. We'll see how it goes. Here I'm going to share it right now with edit 6320 at googlegroups.com. Our master map. All right, you're getting an email before I even post this video. So let's see how it goes. We're going to have Brandy, who's going to be our master mapper. She's the master coordinator. And then your roles, I'm going to post a link to this so you don't have to pause the video and see exactly which one is yours. I'll send that out to you and post it on the website. So yeah, it's going to be going here under the curriculum, connecting the curriculum module. Let me know what questions you have. I'm finding Brandy and I are using Voxer, and I'm telling you, if you're not on Voxer, that is one of the quickest and easiest ways to send me a question and let me respond as best I can. So Voxer is a great app to put on your smartphone if you're a smartphone user. It's like voice text messaging, and it's free. It doesn't count on your text limit. So there you go. Let me know what you think. We'll see how this goes. I want this class to be, I want this to be real for us. I want it to be something we can actually use and do. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm sorry this was rambling, but hopefully it makes sense. Let me know what questions you have. See you later.